Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Wednesday here from South Carolina. This is Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, with another fun Halloween project for you. Hope everyone is doing well today. We will if we can, Mary. We'll try to send some rain to you there. Hi, Deb. Who's all here? And Mary and Ann and April and Joanne. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. Got a fun one tonight. This is a fave. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's 3 after, and I like to be prompt. So let's go ahead and get started. Tonight is the 7th day of Halloween. So this is our 7th project, treat holder and coordinating card I'm going to share with you today. And today's project is the mini moon pie box. Opens up here. Get my finger in there. And you have a cute little mini moon pie in there. And these are the banana ones, so they even look a little more like a moon. So this is the box for the mini moon pie. And then here is my coordinating card. This is a fun one. I'm going to get to use lots of the products tonight. All right, let's go ahead and share before we get started what I'm going to be using. Remember that these are products that are available in the new mini catalog, and that comes out in a week, September 6th, about a week. So get ready. This one is going to go, and I have understanding that for demonstrators, it was put on that there were none available. So I'm hoping they're stocking up for the catalog launch. So this is the Bag of Bones bundle. It includes this cute little set with the skeleton and all his little body parts and clothing, and we have a cat and dog skeleton here and some real sweet little Halloween sentiments. And then the dice portion of the bundle is amazing too. We have pieces that are going to cut out all the little parts of the skeleton, as well as some extra parts with the tombstone, the mausoleum. Here is a cute little fence, spooky fence. So lots and lots of great things to work with there. If this is the first day that you've been here for my 8 days of Halloween, just check on my blog or on my YouTube channel and you can see all the other projects. Here is another great item from this suite. These are called the glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts, and they're little adhesive embellishments that you can put on your card. All right, I think we're about ready to go then. As with all of my projects, there will be a downloadable PDF available as soon as I get the blog post placed up, which I try to do at the end of the evening. And you can go to my blog, and that is thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. And there will be a blog post with all this information that I'm going to be sharing tonight, as well as a downloadable PDF that you can print out, so you have all the information that you need to make this project. All right, I think that's about it for today. I had a few minutes before dinner, and I actually made a cute little Halloween pouch. Look at this, how cute that is. I love this cute little design. I just had some paper. See, paper and fabric come out and have the same problems as either one. You can get really addicted, and you love to collect it. So this is a cute little Halloween pouch, just enough for one of those to make, but so cute. Love Halloween. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We will work on the little box first, and this is very much like a pizza box style. All right, we're going to start with a piece of pumpkin pie. Make sure I have the right one here. Okay, this is the right piece. I don't want to use the card base by accident. Yeah. Okay, so this is the one we're looking for. Yeah, okay. We are going to start, never mind that little blip there. Okay, we're going to start with a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock cut at 6 by 8 3/4. All right, thank you, Dawn. Yeah, I just had a little bit of that fabric, so I thought I'm going to go ahead and make a quick pouch. All right, so we're going to bring in my scorer and trimmer, and we're going to go ahead and do some scoring on here. Let's do the long side first, and we're going to have to reach out our arm. Okay, we're going to score on the long side at 1, and for 1 I'm going to go on the right hand side of the channel here. So there's 1. Now I'm going to turn it back this way. 4, 5, and 8. 1, 4, 5, and 8. Okay, now we're going to turn it on the short side, and we're going to start at 1/2. I'm going to do the same thing, go to the right side for the first since it's so small, then go to 1.5. So 1/2, 1.5, 4.5, 5.5. Okay, there we go. Easy enough. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to bring in my bone folder and do some creasing with my score lines. The bone folder helps make those creases nice and crisp. Helps your box come together very, very nicely. Hope everybody is having a great day here as we count down the days left in August. Can't believe it. August is almost over. Part of me is sad, but part of me is like really excited because that means football season is starting. And as a matter of fact, college football season starts tomorrow. Tomorrow, can you believe it? And my team, Clemson, doesn't play till Monday, but I can watch all these other games too. I don't mind doing that. So I'm excited for college football season to start. All right, so there is all of my lines creased using the bone folder. All right, now we're gonna do a little bit of cutting. Let me grab my little template here to help you see what we're doing. Okay, you will notice I'm gonna hold this just like this is portrait. I'm gonna do the same here. Hello, Margot from California. Great to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, you're gonna notice that you wanna hold this in portrait with the thinner or smaller panel at the bottom, and then we have the 1-inch panel at the top, and this one is 1/2 or 3/4, I think. All right, so this smaller one is actually going to be the little flap that goes inside the box. So you want to make sure that you have the smaller panel down. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my scissors, and we're going to start cutting from the bottom section. Okay, you're going to go over 2 vertical score lines, and we're going to go ahead and cut up through the first horizontal, through the second horizontal, and stop at the third. Okay? Now, I'm not going to cut this whole section off. I'm going to cut it off here at the second horizontal, and then I'm going to make this into a flap to help put my box together. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to do a little bit of wedging there to create this little tab, and that's going to help us close that side of our box. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So in 2 vertical score lines, and we're going to cut up through the first horizontal, second horizontal to the third. Okay, again, we're not going to cut off at the third, we're going to cut off at the second, and then this is going to create our second little flap. Okay, so if you look at my template here, your first set of flaps go down, and the second up here go out. Okay, so it's a little different than a regular box, but this helps the box stay a little bit, gives it more strength is what I'm trying to say. All right, now let's finish up the last portion of the box, and that's going to be cutting out these 2 flaps at the top. So now we're going to turn our box landscape. Okay, we're going to go into the first from the left and cut up to the second score line, horizontal score line. We're going to cut off the first and then create the flap. Okay, then we're going to turn it this way. We're going to go in to the first vertical. We're going to cut up to the second horizontal. We're going to cut off this tiny little rectangle on the bottom, and then we're just going to do a little bit of wedging right there. So that's how quickly that comes together. Now I also do a little bit of wedging here on these. Now if you look for this one, let me show you. Those little sides are the ones that actually come down and over, so that when you close the box, the lid does not like crush down onto your moon pie. Nothing's worse than a crushed moon pie. I mean, that makes me sad just thinking of it. So now for this sample, I used my corner rounder. You can use the corner rounder if you like. I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of a diagonal snip. Okay, I'll show you right here. It just allows those edges to go in and out of the box a little easier. Going to do the same thing on the flap. Okay, so you can use a corner rounder on those, or you can just do the little diagonal just to help it get in the box a little easier. All right, so there we have it. That is the box. Okay, the next thing we're going to bring in is a little piece of Designer Series paper. And this is cut at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And this is a really cute paper. This is on pumpkin pie. And it says Boo Eek. I think that's all. Just Boo Eek in little letters. Really cute. Okay, that's going to go right on the flap. This is the lid that's going to go over to close up our box. So I'm going to grab my glue. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back and then just line this up and center it as best I can. It's going to go very close to the edges. Got a sneeze coming. There we go. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to go ahead and let that dry. And as that's drying, we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the box together. Hi, Diane. Hey, that's all right. We're just glad you're here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just put a little bit of glue on these tabs. Okay, and then we're going to just pick up the box. We're going to fold in the sides, fold down the tab, and line up your fold with the edge of the side that's right next to that flap. Okay, and Tombo's great. It goes very fast. Same thing here. Gonna fold that over, and then we're going to line up the fold with the edge of the connecting panel. And then I'm just gonna hold it for a minute. And what's great also about Tombow, not only does it dry pretty quickly, if you have an oops and want to move something, it gives you a little bit of time to do that too. So Tombow is always kind of my adhesive of choice when I'm making boxes, for sure. All right, now we're going to go ahead and fold in these back 2 tabs. Okay, and they are going to connect this back portion of the box. So I'm going to bring that up. And now for this, I'm just going to turn it over like this and place it on my tabletop here and just press down, making sure they're just where I want them to be. You can even grab your bone folder and give it a little bit of a push to make sure, because sometimes it's hard to get your fingers in there. All right, let's fix this one. So that's it. I mean, that's how quickly our box comes together. Yep, Tombow's the best. All right, so now you could make your box like this, close it up, and I have done that. Used it just for a project where I just leave the lid the way it is. But with this one and other ones I've used it before, I do really enjoy cutting out and making a little window in the front. And the easiest way to do that is to use a 2-inch circle punch. And this one's no longer available, but boy, if you can get your hands on a 2-inch circle punch, it is one that I use so often. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a little sticky note. This is my best trick for getting my circle in the exact spot I want it to be. I'm gonna cut the 2-inch circle out of a Post-it note, making sure part of the circle has a little bit of that Post-it sticky on it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, I punched out that circle. Now I'm gonna take that and I'm going to put it right on my box here where I think I want it to go. Because sometimes since it's such a big punch, you can't really see where you're punching. So this makes you absolutely sure that it's right where you want it to be. So you just slide it back on, and then using your big muscles, you go ahead and make your little window. And that assures you that it's gonna be right where you want it to be. Now I have in the past put a little piece of window sheet on the inside. Yes, that is a great tip. Post-it notes can be used for so many good things in crafting. I have in the past put a window sheet in there, so I have like a window, but since you have a moon pie that has the plastic in the cellophane, you really don't need it. So I just stick that little moon pie in there, and he is good to go. All right, I'm gonna cut this a little bit. This guy doesn't want to close, so I need to give that a little bit more of a cut there, so that will go through. There we go. All right, so now we are ready to do our embellishing, okay? For the ribbon that I'm going to be using for this, I am going to use the, let me see what this is called, Starry Sky metallic ribbon. This came out when the new In Colors came out. So this is available in the annual catalog. And what I did is I just opened the box. I sticked the ribbon inside at the top hinge or fold. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and over under, and then you can just tie a bow. Remember, it doesn't really matter where the bow is when you're tying it, because you can always move it around, slide it around once it's tied. So don't worry about it being in the right place. Just get it tied. That's the way I feel. Get it tied, then we can worry about zhooshing and putting it in the right spot. So then I'm gonna cut off the little excess. And now with my other one, I had it all the way over here to the right, which I kind of like. So I'm gonna just slide it. I'm gonna open my box a little bit, and I'm gonna slide my ribbon across to the right-hand corner. And there we go. There we have our ribbon. Okay, now let's go ahead and make our little embellishment. I'm going to bring this guy in again. We're going to be using the, I have them all in here, the tombstone. I cut out the tombstone using smoky slate, and I did cut about 1/4 inch off the bottom just because it was pretty large and I wanted it to fit a little better. And this is something I haven't really talked about since we started. There is a cute little die that makes grass. See that? This die comes in the set, and if you use it on a really thin strip of paper, just like I did here with the shaded spruce, you can make yourself a little bit of grass. Isn't that cute? All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little line of glue at the bottom of my tombstone. So little you can't see it. Oh dear, what a day. Come on, glue. I know you're in there. There we go. And I'm going to just take my little grass and just put it right there at the bottom of the tombstone. Okay, just like that. Now you have a little bit of grass around the bottom. Now for on the box, since you don't have a lot of space, I actually took my snips and cut the grass off at both ends of the tombstone, just because there's not enough room. Now with my card, I let it go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this on here. Now I need to be careful because I don't wanna glue the tombstone to the moon pie. That's never good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little bit of glue and go along the edge of my window, just like that. Okay, and I'm gonna just secure that right on top. Now I can be sure that I won't stick it to the moon pie. Okay, so there we go. Now we have that. Let me move this guy. He wants to get in the way. There we go. That's better. Now we can see what we're doing here. You can see why I took off about 1/4 inch there. And I forgot to put the, oops. I forgot to put the sentiment on here. And thank goodness it's Tombow. All right. I grabbed it, took it off before it totally dried. Hooray for Tombow. Got me out of a jam again. And then I put my sentiment on, which is the order we should have gone. And now I'm going to pick up the lid and place back. I'm getting sticky on stuff. All right, so there we go. Now we're getting there. Okay, now last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get out a piece of basic white cardstock and a little bit of gray smoky slate, I almost said gray granite, and we're gonna go ahead and make 2 little kitty cat skeletons because I need one for the card as well. So there they are, so cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and move out some of the junk, and I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. Let's go ahead and do these. We can't do them both at the same time, but we can do them nice and quickly. I am going to, as I did before, I'm going to use my Post-it tape, one of my faves, okay? For those little tiny guys that like to wiggle around, you can use your Post-it tape and it will not move. And we're gonna take it on through. Let's see if I can get him off here. Come on, kitty cat. There we go. You just want to be gentle with the tape. There we go. And didn't even hurt that other one. All right, so there is skeleton cat number 1. Hey, Deb Noss. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and take out this second one. Okay. Come on. Sometimes it's hard to put this down when you're sitting. I'm a stander sometimes. A lot of the time when I craft, I like to stand. All right, one more time through for the cat. Oh, congratulations! You can do more crafting too, Deb, right? Uh-huh. All right, let's get this cat out, and then we will finish up our box and get started on our card. All right, let's very gently take our tape off. And there is our second little cat. Oh my goodness. Can these cats be cuter? But I'm a little bit partial to cats. You guys know that. All right, I'm gonna grab a dimensional and this will finish up my box. Okay. Let's go ahead and put our little cat at the side there. And there you have it. There is your cute little moon pie trick-or-treat box. All right, let's go ahead and put this card together quickly. I try to kind of use the same general design and the same colors for a coordinating card. So I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of pumpkin pie cut at 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to go ahead and fold it. And there we have our card base ready to roll. Okay. Then we're going to bring in a piece of the Design Your Series paper, same as we used on our box. This is cut at 4 by 5.25. And we're going to go ahead and put a little glue on the back of that. And that is going to go right there. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in, I wanted to use an element in the card that kind of that had the same color as the ribbon that I'm going to use. So I brought in this small panel of Starry Sky. I always get that mixed up. Starry Night is the painting. And this is Starry Sky. And this goes right here on the front of the card, right there in the bottom right-hand corner. And then we're going to put together a cute little scene to go right on there. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of the glow-in-the-dark paper. Did I remind you today that they have this great glow-in-the-dark specialty paper? And it is approved. I have tried it out in the bathroom. So I give it the thumbs up and the Barb Reed approval, seal of approval. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that, this I punched out using the 2-inch circle punch that I love. And I'm gonna place that here, kind of in the background for the spooky, spooky graveyard. All right, let's go ahead and grab these 2 other pieces. This is, again, is a cutout of the tombstone. Again, I cut off about 1/4 inch at the bottom. And then here is another strip of the grass using that cute little grass die. This time I'm gonna let it go. And I used the shaded spruce cardstock for that. All right, I put a little line of glue at the bottom there. And now I'm gonna go ahead and place my grass at the bottom of the tombstone. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to grab my stamp one more time. And we're gonna go ahead and stamp the sentiment on the tombstone. Eat, shriek, and be scary. Love that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that to my card right in the area where we're creating the little scene. Put 3 little dimensionals on the back since we want it to stand out. And then I'm going to go ahead and place it right here. Let's see, closer. I'm trying to do it like I did here on the other card. That's pretty close. All right, so there we have it. There is our card. Last die cut I need to add is my cat that I cut out before. Cute cat. Gonna turn him over, put a dimensional on him, and then we're gonna put him over here to the right of our tombstone. Looking very disinterested, just like a cat does. All right, let's go ahead and add some cute little bats from the Bats and Ghosts glow-in-the-dark little embellishments. Let me show you these close up. Get a whole pack of them. You get some ghosts and you get some bats. I'm going with the bats this evening. We're going to have the bats flying up here by the moon. All right. Let's put this one right in the moon. And another one over here flying. And you could also put ghosts as well, but there I have those cute little bats flying. And last of all, we're going to add a little piece of the Starry Sky metallic ribbon. And we're going to add that to the fold of our card. Okay? This is a nice little added embellishment you can do for a card. You want to make sure you're either using baker's twine or a thin ribbon because it don't want to interfere too much with the fold. And then I'm going to go ahead and see if I can tie a bow here on live TV. And now I got one giant loop and another one. There we go. Then you want to take a little bit of time and get those loops just the size you want them. I like my bow up toward the top, but hey, wherever you want your bow is where it should be, right? All right, then I'm going to go ahead and cut off these little extras here. And there you have your card. All right, so there's the cards and our cute little boxes. So that is the project for this evening. I hope you loved it. I hope you go ahead and try some on your own. Remember that this Them Bones Suite will be coming out September 6th out of the new catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator and you need a catalog, you can always message me. I'll be glad to send you one. So make sure you get out there on the 6th and buy yourself the amazing Them Bones Suite. I have one more project left for the 8 days of Halloween. I hope you've enjoyed the series, and I really love sharing these with you. So I will see you one more time this week, Thursday at 7 o'clock for day number 8 of my 8 days of Halloween. So come back and join me tomorrow. I will see you then. Bye now. Keep on stamping.